Joining us today for the Rudder Realty Referral Agent Program webinar where you can learn more about becoming a new agent. And I appreciate you joining us. A couple of things today. This should last 30 to 45 minutes depending on how many questions we have. And if you have a question, we have a chat bar in the menu here on the GoToMeeting. Also, I will take some questions verbally. I'm going to unmute everyone when we get to that point, and we will we'll go from there. And if anybody has any questions, again, my name is Aaron Farmer. I'm the broker and founder of Rudder Realty, and I'm first going to talk a little bit about myself. Tell you about me, why I founded this Rudder Realty Referral Agent Program, how we got to this point, and then I will tell you the benefits of the Referral Agent Program. So again, I appreciate you joining us. I am live. Today is Friday, June 22nd, 2018. I am in South Austin, Texas. So thanks for joining us wherever you're at. And we are recording this video too live, and hopefully we will have it up on our website very soon. So about me, Aaron Farmer, the broker of Rudder Realty. I have been a licensed realtor for 23 years. I got my real estate license in 1995. So right out of college, I was 23 years old, and it was a different world back then. It was pre-internet, pre-DocuSign. DocuSign is one of the greatest things invented for realtors. Were out, but they were very expensive. And I started at a Century 21 in College Station, Texas. I then moved to a large independent in San Antonio for a couple of years, and then in 2000 I moved to Austin, Texas, where I founded Texas Discount Realty, which was a company that I dreamed up and started out of my duplex in South Austin that I was renting with my cousin. So anyway, I hope all of you can still hear me. If you can't, let me know. I know I have someone who said that they've lost the audio here online. Anyway, I'm gonna keep going ahead. Let's see if everybody okay. Earl's back. Thanks, Earl. And so anyway, I started my business out of my duplex in Southwest Austin, and just was one of the first discount brokers, openly discount brokers in the state of Texas. Again, Rudder Realty is not a discount brokerage. So I know there's a lot of you out there who say that you don't like discount brokers, or you're not in approval of some of the business models of discount brokerages. Rudder Realty was founded specifically not to be a discount brokerage, but we do use some of the same philosophies as a discount broker, where we make ourselves easy to work with as a broker. I still do that. I still consider myself easy to work with. My slogan is real estate real easy. Anyway, back to my story real quick, and I view this as I'm doing a one-on-one interview with each of you who are online here. So I'm just picturing us sitting here having a cup of coffee and discussing. I'm telling you about me, and I'm trying to tell you about me and why you should join Rudder Realty. So anyway, I started this in 2000. In 2002, the Texas Real Estate Commission passed some rules that were very, very anti-competitive and really uncalled for, with no consumer complaints. I challenged these rules openly and ended up suing the Texas Real Estate Commission in November of 2002. And it started a journey. I thought it would be something that was quick, and the judge ruled in my favor for the restraining order, and it kicked off a series of events that lasted over 4 years, or about 4 years. Ended up culminating with me testifying before the U.S. House of Representatives in 2006 about the real estate industry. So I've learned a lot from my background and my past, and it very invaluable. After 2006, the Department of Justice had come in on my side and agreed with me about some of the things that TREC was doing was very anti-competitive. and sided with me. Anyway, fast forward to about 2008, some members of the Austin Board of Realtors asked me to join the board of directors, which I was able to run for and get on the board of directors for here in Austin for the Austin Board of Realtors, which the Austin Board of Realtors is the third largest board in the state of Texas, and the third largest. We also wholly own the third largest MLS and Actors, the Austin Central Texas real estate MLS, and which covers 20-something counties here in Central Texas, and has over 14,000 members. Anyway, I was elected to the board of directors, and I served. I moved forward through the ranks, and in 2016 I became the president of the board of directors for the Austin Board of Realtors. So if you go to my Facebook page and look, you can see me getting when my name was put on the wall in our building at the Austin Board of Realtors as a past president. Now I'm a past president. I'm no longer on any boards at the Board of Realtors any longer, and have started my business. Restarted my business. The board of directors took a lot of time and a lot of energy. And anyway, I started Rudder Realty about 2 years ago with the concept anyway of Rudder Realty, and we are a full service brokerage in the state of Texas. We have agents all over through different entities. I have Texas Discount Realty still, which I use, which is a great lead generating website. Still to this day. I have National Agent Network, which is another company that we're kind of winding down, and then Rudder Realty, which is a name that is near and dear to me. So it has some meaning for me as far as it has two meanings for me. A rudder is a guide on a ship, and it helps guide people through on a plane or a ship, and guides people through rough waters. It's also the name of Earl Rudder, who was a president of Texas A&M University and was also a Texas Land Commissioner, and at one time was probably on his way to be governor before he passed away early. But he was also a leader of the D-Day invasion and World War II. So I'm a big history buff, and so those are things that drew me to the name of Rudder. Anyway, the Rudder Realty Referral Agent Program is set up. The reason we've set this up, in this program, you do not have to pay any realtor fees. Now, I am a realtor. I am a member of many different boards, and the way the realtor system is set up, and some of you may know more than others about how the system is set up, but when a broker joins the Board of Realtors, all of the agents underneath them have to join. Well, through my time being on the Board of Realtors and being the president of the Board of Realtors, I learned of a program that they have where you can set up a special entity that agents can join your entity and not have to pay those realtor fees. And it's a way just for an agent to park their license and not have to pay the fees, if they decide, whether they've have a baby or just can't afford the fees, or various different reasons. They move and they don't want to pay those fees anymore, or can't pay those fees anymore. And I've had this set up for about 8 years now, and Isabel Morgan, who is our director of operations here, about 6 months ago, she said, I was looking for this when I was an inactive realtor. I was looking for a program like this. Why don't you start telling other people about it? And so we've done a lot of work setting up websites, setting up these webinars to get to this point, to start rolling out this Rudder Realty Referral Agent Program, so that agents can have an alternative. And that's what it is. It's an alternative to keep your license active with TREC. So TREC is different from the Board of Realtors. You can have a license active, an active real estate license, and not be a member of the realtor associations. And that's essentially what we're doing here. in this program. And it's legal. It's all approved by NAR. They don't tell anyone about it. You will never hear them. You'll never find anything publicly about this unless you dig really deep and you know the acronyms on what to call it, because obviously they have no benefit in this. If agents don't join, then they don't get that $1,500 a year or whatever the fees are that they get, so there's no benefit for them to go out and tell people about this. I've had this program up for years and just not really been using it. And so I've decided that it's time now that I go out and I help the inactive agents see that there's an alternative, because you've worked very hard to get your real estate license. And Texas is the hardest state, by far, the hardest state in the country to get a real estate license in. And I know for some of you it comes easy. For some of you the classes come very, very, very hard. And you work too hard to keep this license, to pay all the money, to take all the classes, to keep your license inactive, when there are ways that you can keep your license active for when you need it. Now you may not need your license anytime soon. You may just want it active just in case, but you can't have your license inactive and then someone come up and say, hey, didn't you used to be a realtor? Didn't you used to be in real estate? And I'm moving to California and I need a realtor. Can you find me one? And if your license is inactive, you can't do that. You can't refer them anybody and make money off of that. And you can make money off referrals all day long. Now, the reason that I call this our referral agent program and how it works is because per these realtor rules that are placed on me as the broker, you are only allowed to do referrals out of this entity. And so one of the common questions that I'm asked is, well, what if I have a buyer that wants to buy a property? What if I have someone that wants to sell a property, and I want to help them? Well, the great thing about Rudder Realty is that we're members of HAR, we're members of Netris, and we're members of Austin and San Antonio and some other smaller MLSs, where you can sign up and you can join, and you can help. You can switch, just simply move your license from one status of active, so you can move it from a referral agent active over to our full-time active license, and become and simply do that, and you can help them and you can earn a full commission. But if you also and some of you on here may be from out of state. We had an agent sign up with us last week, and he lives in Pennsylvania. He may even be listening now. I don't know if he's out there, but he lives in Pennsylvania, and he had an inactive license in Texas. And I called him, talked to him on the phone a little bit, and he said, I still know lots of people back in Texas, and I still have people all over the place that I know that I can refer people to. And so he got his license as soon as he got this email. He was one of the first ones that signed up once he got the email. So anyway, I'm gonna share my screen here now, and I'm gonna walk you through some of our pages and some of our frequently asked questions here, and you should see now the screen. And I talked about why we can only send referrals. It's because the National Association of Realtors, that's the guidelines they have. What if I want to represent someone? Again, if you want to represent someone, you can move your license to our Rudder Realty entity, or if you want, again, I would like for you to stay under the umbrella, but if you want to move your license to another broker, XYZ broker out there that maybe you had a relationship with, or you just feel better about, or whatever, you're free to move it at any time, and you're free to transfer with no penalty to us, from us, and that's in our paperwork, that you can move your license to anywhere at any time. Again, that's part of my philosophy of making things easy and making real estate real easy. I want to make myself easy to work with, and again, I'm not here to get over on anybody or to trap anybody to any long-term contracts or anything like that. The fees for this program, so we have a $199 a year fee to join the Rudder Realty Referral Agent Program. And once you joined, there's no minimums. You're not required to send any referrals. You can move, and again, you can move your license anywhere. But if you do send a referral, then you're on an 80-20 split to start with. And once you do a certain dollar volume of transaction, you'll go to a 90-10 split, and you'll stay at a 90-10 split. And that will also apply towards if you move your license over to our active entity to get MLS access. And as well, that $199 a year fee is refundable through your first 2 transactions every year. So if you do your first transaction, you'll get $100 back. Your second transaction, you'll get $99 back, and you'll get your fees back on your first 2 transactions. Or if you refer us to two other people that sign, 2 other agents that sign up with the RRAP program, we'll also refund your yearly fee as well. Again, we talked about, can you move to any other brokerage? Of course you can. We'd love for you to stay with us, but you can move anywhere you want. We talked about the minimum amount of business. There is absolutely no minimums that you have to do. You could park your license with us for years and not do anything. Just having that license active. As long as you keep taking your courses with Trek and taking your CE and your MCE and your SAE classes, if those apply to you, then that's how it'll work with that. How much can I earn on referral fees? Again, there's no standard on referral fees. There's no industry standards, but typically you would see a referral fee anywhere between 20 and 30%. I've seen them as low as 10%. I've seen them as high as 40% from some of these reload companies, and you see the reload companies, charging those high rates because they're getting that business in, and they're paying a lot of other fees with it. But typically, you can make more money and we're going to talk about this in our other benefits as well later on, some of the other things that we're going to do. But some of the things that make a good referral is sending better referrals. You can get a better referral fee. If you just happen to talk to somebody at the grocery store and just get a name and phone number and pass it on and say, hey, these people are thinking about buying a house in California, and that's all you have, you may not be able to get as much money for that referral than if you had a detailed list of email addresses and phone numbers and price ranges, and have they been pre-qualified, and what's their motivation and their timelines and all that kind of stuff. So you can get more money for a referral like that, and we'll talk about that in our online courses that we'll have for our agents that sign up. So we'll do that. Who will be my broker? Now I will be the broker. Now we'll go over here to the Trek website, and hopefully you'll be able to see the Trek website. I will be the broker, the designated broker. Again, my name is Aaron Farmer, or James Aaron Farmer. Actually, James is my first name, but that's another story. And you can see over here, there's my license information with Trek. Your license would be, and this entity would be under the Nanette Limited, and this DBA Rudder Realty. You can see this is our full-time entity, and these are some other entities that I sponsor as well for different folks. And if you click in the Nanette Limited, you'll see that we have some of our agents already signed up in here. Again, the license number for that entity is 491888, and that's what you would be using to sign up with. But I would be the designated broker. That's me right there, and I am also the owner of this entity, which that's what you would be under. If you decided to move your license, then we would move it to the Rudder Realty. If you decided to join MLS, this is our company that belongs to MLS here, and you'd sign up and you'd move under that entity there at Trek. Now, a lot of folks ask how to sign up and how do I get started. So if you want to get started, what we ask that you do is you go up here to our sign up today on this page, on this, you go down here and fill out these this form here, and if you're ready to sign up, you hit. It'll ask you a few basic questions. Sign up now. If you want to sign up, if you want to chat with me more or do anything else, you can ask this. If you would like to attend our next webinar, we'll let you know when our next webinar is going to be as well after this. We try to make it easy to sign up. You know, once you filled out that form, Isabel will send over to you the new agent package, which as all of you know have been active before. Most of you have been active before. I think there are some of you who are brand new agents and never been active, but we'll send you an independent contractors agreement, some other forms that are required, a W-9, so you can get a 1099 at the end of the year from all the money that you're going to be making off sending these referrals and all the business you're going to be doing. Our policy manuals requires that you get a policy manual. We do have a policies and procedures manual as well that we follow, and it talks about all of you'll get that package. It's kind of lengthy, but it goes pretty quick, and we try to make it as easy as possible for you to join with us. Another question that we get is, what kind of support will I receive? We do these webinars. We're going to be doing them periodically, and once we get more agents who are ready, probably in the next couple of weeks, we're going to be having an online mastermind class through GoToMeeting, and we'll talk about ways to get better referrals, how to find an agent to send the referrals to, how to find good agents, how to find referrals. We're going to have a brainstorming session and talk about all that with all of our new agents. We also will have an online orientation through the same format, which we'll talk about how to send referrals or how the process works, the back end process, about the forms that you use to send a referral. We have a special form that you would use to send an outgoing referral to someone, and then how to get paid on that referral as well. And so we have all that. We also have some stuff that we have set up. If you're on Facebook, we have a closed group, which you can see here on Facebook. It's called the Agents of RRAP, is what our closed Facebook group is called. We also have our regular Facebook page with our referral agent program. Again, we're just getting all this filled out, and we'd love it if you'd go like our pages over there. And then another great benefit that we have on ruddertx.com. If you go to ruddertx.com, you can see, and I'm going to post it in here, and I didn't mess it up that time. You're going to go in here and see, we'll give every one of our agents will have a web page that they can set up themselves. And this is Isabel. This is she's a great helper here for me, and does really good work. And this is her page here on Rudder Realty, and every one of you will get one of these that sign up with us. And so this will help you with your web presence. It'll help you add some legitimacy to what you're doing, and honestly is a great value to you just to be affiliated with something like this. And as we grow the business, there'll be more and more people coming to find an agent. And so we've got to get some more of our agents on there. We got to get everybody on there. There's me. If you want to read more about my bio and see more about my Facebook and my Twitter and all that good stuff. So anyway, let me go back over here and see if we got any more. Again, how to get started. You go over here to Rudder, the Rudder TX RRAP page, and if you want to sign up, you sign up right here and click on there, and and you can sign up now if you'd like. Let's see what else is there. Anybody have any questions in the chat room, in the chat? One of the questions that I received the last webinar, which I thought was a great question, is what if I'm buying or selling my own property? And again, this is a great question, and it's something that I should add to the frequently asked questions. If you're buying and selling your own property, you can absolutely refer yourself to an agent, and you can charge them whatever referral fee that they will be willing to pay you. And for a listing, you probably get more for a listing, honestly, than for a buyer side. But if you already know the house you're going to buy, you may be able to get more for that as well, and depending on the price range also. But you can absolutely refer yourself to other agents to help you out. And again, you can refer yourself anywhere in the country and collect a referral fee. If you're going to buy a house in Florida and you live in Texas, you can refer yourself out and say, hey, will you pay me a referral fee for referring myself, or for referring my husband or wife, or whatever, however you want to, however it works, you can do that. And again, it's a great way for buying or selling as well. And again, and another follow-up to that question was, we had someone ask, well, what if that agent's only charging me 1% to list my house, can I still collect a referral? And again, the answer is absolutely. If the agent's willing to pay you that, and they're willing to pay you 20% of whatever they're charging you, or 30%, or whatever you want to charge, you can do that. So it's a great program for that as well. All right. Well, I really appreciate you guys joining us today. Again, if you want to sign up, I would encourage you, or you just want to chat more, you can fill out this form. It'll get you in our system, or you can call me on my cell phone, or text me as well. It's 512-585-9520, and I just put it in the chat. If you want to call or email or text me, feel free to do that as well. And so if you have any questions, again, this is the last chance. Again, I appreciate you joining us with Rudder Realty Referral Agent Program. Without any more questions, I'm going to go ahead and end the chat in the webinar. And I really appreciate you joining us, and I encourage you to call or with more questions. And again, we're easy to work with, and we're glad you came. Thanks, everyone.